there's a garden tour. It is, I guess, what's today? May, the end of May. This is the shade garden. This is all the stuff that I'm trying to grow in the shade. Some is working, some's not working. It's a process, I guess. The hosta likes it over here. And not much going on there. They're all kind of dying. Planted some tomatoes at the entrance of the downstairs. There's my water barrel and bench. So it's a nice little entryway. I'm going to make it nicer eventually. Come to the top of the stairs and there's the garden. Okay, so this is the garden. It is full swing. This is some Swiss chard. I let it go to seed because I thought that I was going to get flowers or something out of it. But it did not give me flowers. Instead, it gave me seed pods. But I don't think they're very pretty. So I'm probably going to take that out in the next week or so. I chopped down all of the lettuce. It's all actually starting to grow back because I didn't rip it out. I practiced what's called a chop and drop. And if you look, I have all the lettuce that I chopped so that the nutrients all decay and go back into the soil. I have a yellow squash. It looks really, really healthy and good. And it looks like it's getting ready to flower. And you'll get the male flowers first and then the female flowers to get squash. So that's kind of exciting. I have a tomato out here and some basil. One of the things that I love are these red lettuce. I planted them last year and they made it through the winter and they grew back. I never would have expected that they would have grown back. But I think they're so pretty. They just show really well. And they look like little mini red Christmas trees almost. And I love all the color that's in them. So I've left it just because I've enjoyed looking at them. And then I have onion out here. I have what's called Max's bed. And this is where, when Max passed away last year, we buried him there underneath the bird bath. And in here we have, I have some borage, I have sunflowers, zinnias, I have some zinnias in bloom already, some lavender, some sage. If you look, the sunflowers are peeking up over the back of the bird bath. I can't wait to see those as they fill out back here. And I have yarrow. Yarrow's in here too. So that's Max's bed. So he should show really pretty this year. On this side of the fence, I have, well, let's see, lots of sugar snap peas. I have cilantro that is gone to seed and flower. Isn't it pretty? Just look at all those white flowers. That'll give me coriander when it goes to seed. Very pretty. I have a carrot. I have one carrot that weathered the winter and is gone to seed, or gone to flower. Bees and butterflies really like these, so they bring in pollinators. So I leave them for that reason. I have some chamomile and some dill that's growing down here. I tend to throw in a lot of stuff when I can start planting. Some of my beds get overcrowded, so some will die. I have a tomato plant in here. Hoping it does okay, but it is a little bit crowded, so we'll see if I can keep airflow. I have radishes and zinnia down here. The radishes I use kind of as a pest control option. I have sugar snap peas. I have so many sugar snap peas. I need to get out here and pick. I have garlic. Some volunteer cucumbers are growing. I had a lemon cucumber rot there, and I think those are lemon cucumbers. I had so many lemon cucumbers last year, it was ridiculous. There's a lavender. Lavender did well last year. This year is kind of scraggly, so I probably just need to kind of cut it back and let it rebuild itself. More radishes, onions, sunflowers, eggplant. This is the purple variety eggplant. You can see that I had the flea beetles. I think I've got the flea beetles under control, but we'll see. Tomato. This right here is I think it's called Eclipse tomato, and it's got lots of flowers on it. It's flowering, and down here I do have a tomato already started, so it becomes cool to see. I have a pineapple. Pineapple is this is its 3rd year, no fruit yet. So somebody told me a trick with an apple, to put an apple down inside of the top and the crown, and it'll stimulate it to fruit. So I'm going to try that and we'll see if it works. Over here, this is another strawberry bed that I have, and something has been laying in my strawberry bed. I have catnip up here, so I would probably guess that it's a cat eating catnip or sniffing catnip and laying in my strawberry bed. If you look, this is the true entrance to my garden, and I have a sunflower that was a volunteer that I just left. I don't know if it was a bird that planted it or if it just showed up, and I knew it was a sunflower, so I let it go. It'll be fun to watch that open. It is the tallest of all of my sunflowers. Here's another tomato variety. This one is a white tomato. I've never grown white tomato, never had white tomato, so I don't know if it's any good. We'll find out. Walking through. On this side, I have a zinnia. Oh, I have a tomato plant that fell down. I'm going to have to tie that up. I have cucumbers and peppers growing right here. Another tomato. This one, I can't remember what variety it is. I think it's a Bonnie Best variety. There's some basil underneath. Some chives and more onions are over here. There's a sunflower in the back there too. On this side we have some zinnias. We have a zinnia getting ready to pop open there. This is the back side of the tomatoes. I have peppermint. Peppermint is supposed to help with pest control. I do a chop and drop. It's in a pot, so to maintain control of the peppermint, otherwise it'll take over the whole garden bed. Then there's zinnias. There's another volunteer cucumber growing really well. I think it's a lemon cucumber. Here's the white eggplant. Again, flea beetles got a hold of it, but hopefully it'll still be okay. Sunflower from this side. This is amaranth, and this is a trap plant that I use. It helps with the cucumber beetles really like it, so they land on it and they eat away. You can see some of them there. I don't know if it's blurry. It looks blurry to me, but I don't have my glasses on, so. But you can see all the lace from all the stuff the cucumber beetles have done. Then I have some kale. The cabbage worms have really taken a toll on my brassicas. haven't been able to keep up with it. It started like a week ago, and all of a sudden, boom, I have holes and everything and squishing caterpillars constantly. Another sunflower, it was a volunteer again, and I left it, and I'm going to let it grow up through the trellis. I think it'll look cool. I have over here, this is the side where the sugar snap peas are actually planted, and so they're feeding up through there. I have a beet that, a lone rider, it's the only one. I have another peppermint down here. Again, it's in a pot, so I keep it in check. There's a cucumber down there. I'm hoping that when the, let's see, can I see it? Yeah, there it is. I'm hoping when I take all the sugar snap peas down that I can feed it up through there, but I don't know, we'll see. Here's a spinach. It went to seed. Again, it didn't give me flowers like I hoped. I didn't know what to expect, but I took down all the other spinach that I had over here and left this one because I'm going to collect seeds off of it. It was a Baker Creek heirloom, so I like the variety. We'll collect the seeds and it'll be there for next year. I have another cucumber here. I've got it feeding through the fence so that it can use the fence as a trellis. Here's my brassicas. And again, I can't, this is my cauliflower, and I think I have a broccoli. I actually have a head of cauliflower starting, but there are so many cabbage worms in here, I don't know that it'll make it. More sugar snap peas. I planted them on all 4 parts of the trellis. Onions. This is a spaghetti squash. It was with the intentions of kind of letting it sprawl out in this area. I have a borage, which is supposed to help bring in pollinators when it flowers. There's a cucumber back there. Some dill on the end here. Maybe a little hard to see. I can't see it. Anyway, so that's on this bed.